Konnichiwa everyone, and you are watching a Japanese expert reacts to History of Japan by Bill Wurtz. Now, a lot of you have been asking me to react to Japanese history and culture, and since I have scholarly experience with Japanese history and culture for over 20 years now, through various mediums and books and stuff, I think this was a super cigar idea and I needed to do it. So, here we are. Shall we get started? I think so. Oh, almost forgot the headphones. Here we go. Okay, let's get started.
Japan is an island by the sea filled with volcanoes, and it's in the year -1 billion, Japan might not have been here. In the year -40,000, it was here, and you could walk to it, and some people walked to it. Then it got warmer, some icebergs melted, it became an island,
very
and now there's lots of trees
fast.
because it's warmer. So now there's people on the island. They're basically sort of hanging out in between the mountains, eating nuts off trees, and using the latest technology, like stones and bowls. Ding dong, it's the outside world, and they have technology from the future, like really good metal and crazy rice farms. Now you can make a lot of rice really quickly. That means if you own the farm, you own a lot of food, which is something everybody needs to survive. So that makes you king. Rice farming and rice kingdoms spread across the land, all the way to here. The most important kingdoms were here, here, and here. But this one was the most important, ruled by a heavenly super person, or emperor for short. Knock knock, get the door, it's religion. The new prince wants everyone to try this hot new religion from Biekt. Please try this religion.
Itadakimasu!
Said everybody. Try it, he said. No, said everybody again, quieter this time. And so the religion was put into place, and all the rules that came with it. Then the government was taken over by another clique, and they made some reforms, like making the government govern more, and making the government more like China's government, which is a government that governs more. Hi, China, they said. Hi, dipshit, said China. Can you call us something else other than dipshit, said Japan. Like what, said China. How about sunrise land?
Yes, Ni hao.
And they stole China's alphabet and wrote a book about themselves, and then they made lots of...
Okay. It's not stealing. It's
poetry and art.
It's not stealing. They have their own language, Japanese.
Right here. And they conquered the north finally. Get that squared away. A rich hipster named Kukai is bored with modern Buddhism, visits China, and learns a better version, which is more spiritual. Comes back, reinvents the alphabet, and causes art and literature to be great for a long time. And the royal palace turned into such a dream world of art that they really didn't give a shit about running the country. So if you live outside the palace, how are you supposed to protect your shit from criminals? Hire a samurai. Everyone started hiring samurai. Rich, important people hired samurai. Poor people who could not afford to hire samurai could not hire samurai. The samurai became organized and powerful, more powerful than the government. So they made their own military government. Here, they let the emperor still be emperor, but the shogun is actually in control. Breaking news, the Mongols have invaded China.
We've invaded China,
said the Mongols.
That's right.
Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well.
Okay, said Japan. So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. But they tried
That's
again,
right.
and had a nice time fighting with the Japanese, but then died in a tornado.
Yes,
Then
Japan
the emperor
won.
overthrows the shogunate. Then the shogunate overthrows him back and moves to Kyoto and makes a new shogunate. And the emperor can still dress like an emperor if he wants, that's fine. Now there's more art. Like painting with less colors, collaborative poetry, plays, monkey fun, tea parties, gardening, architecture, flowers. It's time for who's going to be the next shogun. Usually it's the shogun's kid, but the shogun...
My Swordlings, by the way, did you see that there is a new Naruto anime coming out next month? That's right, it's a 20th anniversary anime celebrating all these years we have been enjoying Naruto. So, I am very excited to watch it, and you should be too. So make sure that you watch it when it comes out. Or, if you are from the future, then you should go watch it right this moment. Enjoy.
Doesn't have a kid, so he tries to get his brother to quit being a monk and be the next shogun. He says okay, but then the shogun has a kid. So now who's it gonna be? Vote now on your phones. And everyone voted so hard that the palace caught on fire and burned down. The shogun actually didn't care. He was off somewhere
what?
doing poetry. And the whole country broke into pieces. Everyone is fighting with each other for local power, and it's anybody's game. Knock knock.
Where's Musashi? He hasn't talked about Musashi yet.
It's Europe. No, they're not here to take over. They just want to sell some shit, like clocks, and guns, and Jesus. So that's cool, but everyone's still fighting each other for control, now with guns. And wouldn't it be nice to control the capital, which right now is puppets, with no one controlling them? This clan is ready to make a run for it, but first they have to trample this smaller clan, which is in the way. Surprise, the smaller clan wins, and the leader of that clan steals the idea of invading the capital and invades the capital. And it goes very well. He's about halfway through conquering Japan.
I have
Someone
hockey.
who works for him kills him, and then someone else who works for
Hockey
him kills them.
and
that guy finishes
hot
conquering Japan.
lemon-flavored
And then he confiscated
ramen,
everybody's swords,
which is
and
my
made some moves.
favorite.
And now I'm going to invade Korea, and then hopefully China, he said, and failed, and also died. But before he died, he told these 5 guys to take care of his 5-year-old son until he's old enough to be the next ruler of Japan. And the 5 guys said, yeah, right, it's not going to be this kid, it's going to be one of us, because we're grown-ups. And it's probably going to be this guy, who happens to be way more rich and powerful than the others. A lot of people support him, but a lot of people support not supporting him. They have a fight, and he wins, and starts a new government, right here. And he still lets the emperor dress like an emperor, and have very nice things. But don't get confused, this is the new government, and they are very strict. So strict they close the country. No one can leave, and no one can come in. Except for the Dutch, if they want to buy and sell shit. But they have to do it right.
That's right.
Now that the entire country was not at war with itself, the population increased a lot. Business increased, schools were built, roads were built, everyone learned to read, books were published, there was poetry, plays, sexy times, puppet shows, and Dutch studies. People started to study European science from books they bought from the Dutch.
Oh, my Swordlings, make sure that you like the video so that you can get more content like this. Go ahead and like the video.
We're talking geography, skeletons, physics, chemistry, astronomy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Make sure that you go and check out my Patreon. Did you Swordlings know that I have a Patreon where you can support my work? There's a link in the description where you can check out all the tiers. You can become a Super Swordling to get access to exclusive content. You can become a Daimyoling, and you can also become a Organization Swordling member. And last but definitely not least, you can become the One Swordling, which is, by the way, only 1 slot, so hurry up and get it before someone else does. There's a link in the description.
And maybe even electricity. Over time, the economic and cultural prosperity began to gradually slow down. Knock knock. It's the United States.
It's Perry,
with guns.
isn't it?
Gunboats. Open the country.
Yes.
Stop having it be closed, said the United States. There was really nothing they could do, so they signed a contract that lets the United States...
Hold on, I can't... I can't find it. Well, I guess I can't open my ramen. I guess I can't drink it. I guess that's it. I guess. No, that's not it. There it is. Ta-da! Okay, let's continue.
Japan anytime they want. Choshu and Satsuma hated this. That sucks, they said.
He talks way too fast in this video. Well, it's a good thing that YouTube has a feature just for this occasion. You can't even make out what he's saying or keep up. That should do it.
This sucks. and with almost very little outside help, they overthrew the shogunate and somehow made the emperor again and
Yes.
moved him to Edo, which they renamed Eastern Capital. They made a new government, which was a lot more Western. They made a new constitution that was pretty Western, and a military that was pretty Western. And do you know what else is Western?
And
That's right, it's conquering stuff. So what can we conquer? Korea. They conquered...
we can skip this.
Japan back into Japan. And they haven't used the bomb yet and are curious to see if it works. So they drop it on Japan. They actually dropped 2.
That's right. Now, I'm sure those of you who are honest and good-natured people of the America who are watching this video, you're probably feeling immense guilt about this event, which you should. And this is one of the greatest sins of humanity. I understand if you feel bad, but you also have to take responsibility at times. If you ever meet a Japanese person, especially if you go to Japan, make sure that you apologize profusely for these horrible events. That is, if you are American. Make sure to bow as well, as it is polite. The polite thing to do.
Installed a new government, inspired by the United States government, with just the right ingredients for a post-war economic miracle. And Japan starts making TVs, VCRs, automobiles, and
there's
as fast as they can, and also better than everybody else.
Yes,
They get
yes.
rich, and the economy goes wild, and then the miracle wears off. But everything's still pretty cool, I guess.
And then that's it. Well, that wasn't very good. First off, the video is too fast, and he talks too fast. It's almost like he was in a hurry to take a dump on the toilet, so he sloppily recorded this as fast as possible. Which means that he skipped a lot of cool details about Japanese history. Like I mentioned earlier, he didn't even talk about Miyamoto Musashi at all, even though he's one of the biggest figures in Japanese history and culture. And he fought with 2 katanas. And what about Japan's impact on the entertainment industry? What kind of video about Japanese history doesn't include manga, anime, and JRPGs in it? So yes, not very good video. So if you are lazy, enjoy historically inaccurate content, and hate Japan, then you would love this video. That was very exhausting. I think I need to take a break after that. Well, here we are. Arigato for watching this video, and make sure to like the video. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Moshi mosh!